Hi, Candler. This is Pablo with 72 Sold. So I just wanted to go over some of the pricing for your property. So I was looking through some of the properties that have sold or were expired in your neighborhood, and this property probably is the one that's closest to your property. This property expired, as you can see here, and it was listed for 2.335, where you were telling me about being. It's a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bathrooms. It says here it's 4,823 square feet on the air, and total, based on appraisal, says it's 5,495 square feet. It was built in 1945, so very similar to your house. It's got a large pool, as you can see, just like your house. This house has also, as you can see here, highlighted in blue. It's a 17,000 square feet for the lot size, and it's got a detached 2-car garage as well. So, and this house has been substantially remodeled on some things. Here we go. So this house has a detached 2-car garage and has a 1-1 guest quarters as well. And obviously it has the impact windows and this property. It's got some of the original features, just like yours. It probably has under redwood floors, some of the plasters. So that's basically what it is here on this part. And then you got also the impact windows and doors as well on this house. So as you can see, this house, pool size, bigger lot, year built, it's probably the most similar to your house. Now this property, if we go to the history, was actually listed all the way up down from April of 2018, and it was listed at 2.595, but it didn't sell there. They dropped it in February 2019 at 2.335, and they had it for a year, and it didn't sell there. Then they withdrew it and they let it expire until May. So basically, even at the 2.335, it didn't, get enough traction for this property at that price. And this property is a little bit bigger than yours, and it's got some more other features. It's got a gated entry, a 2-car garage, also has a big lot. So this is probably what I would say is going to be the one that's going to be the most similar to you. Obviously, it has a more updated kitchen. And so this is probably the one that I would say would be more like your property. So if we go from there, I'm going to go to the ones that are closed. So the ones that show up that's close is this one right here, which is 1.475. It's 2,500 square feet, basically 2,496. It sits on a 13,125 square foot lot, so a little bit slightly smaller than yours. This house was a 3-3 plus a 1-1 guest suite, so it's split 3-3 plus a separate guest suite. Should be a guest house. And this property has also, let me see if there's anything else I wanted to know about this house. So this house here has a New York kitchen as well. This one here, I think is one of the comps we went through before. Bathrooms are still original, so nothing to boast about those bathrooms. And no pool. Then the 3.9 was a house that you were telling me about the new construction, but you really can't compare your house to a new construction. And then this was basically, same square footage. This probably took forever to sell anyways. This probably took 700 something days. because he started selling it back in 2017 in October. So it was sitting for 700 something days before it sold for 3.9. Now let's go over some other numbers. All right, so based on the pricing of what sold, this is what's sold the highest in your neighborhood right now. 2.5 for this house. It was basically at 586,000 square foot for a 5-bed, 3-bath, 4,259 square feet on an 8,500 square foot lot. This house was rebuilt in 2001, and it does have a pool. It does have an extra 210 square feet of probably utility space. This one here for 2.4, basically sold at 488 square feet. It's a 6-bed, 6.5 bath, 4,918 square feet on a 7,500 square foot lot. This took 264 days to sell, and it was actually built in 2005. It had all the impact windows, 23-foot ceilings. It was in a gated entrance, marble floors, terraces, multiple terraces, and it did have a pool. Then this one for 1.475, it was basically at $590 a square foot for a 4.4, 2,496 square feet on a 13,000 square foot lot. This took 19 days on the market, so it's fairly quick because of the price point. For a 1949 built house, that was a 3.3 plus a 1 guest house and a New York kitchen. Then obviously the new construction sold 714,000 square foot. We can't really compare it to the new construction, obviously. And this still took 170 days to sell. Now, based on what I see, the house, your house, was the most similar to this house right here. It was listed for 2.335 or 484,000 square foot. It was a 5-bed, 5.5 baths, 4,340 square feet, plus the extended of the 1-bedroom, 1-bath guest house was 515 square feet. This also had a big lot. It was in a 7,000 square foot lot. It's been on the market for 790 days and it expired. It was built in 1945. It had a gated entry, impact windows, 2-car garage, and the guest house. Now, this just expired, so this is basically telling me that this price is getting rejected at 2.335. Then your neighbor next door, 1.975, way high on the price per square footage. So then we're going to consider that. So all I did is kind of punched your prices at price per square footage based on what sold. So at 484, you will be at 1.814, 488, 1.829. At 520, you will probably be at 1.950. 586, which was more on the high side of what sold, will be at 2.196, and this 590, which also is the highest one per square footage, which was the smallest house, you'll be at 2.211. I think at the end of the day, it's your house, so you decide where you want to be. But I could tell you 2.2, 2.3 is not gonna cause any traction. I think you're gonna have to be somewhere in this range to try to get some attention. We can try somewhere around here, 2.1, 2.150, 2.2 tops, but 2.2, I don't think we're gonna get any calls, barely anything. Maybe 2.1, 2.150 if you want to start on the high side. But I think if we want to try to sell, we should be under the 2 million and be at the 1.950 and see what we get from there. Let me know your thoughts. That's basically what I see. Looking at the numbers, I could tell you that going back to the comps, even if we go on the active ones, this 2.395 price has been getting rejected. This has been trying to sell since January of 2018, and he started at 2.595. Then a year later, he dropped it to 2.395, and it still hasn't sold. So people are rejecting it, even though the house looks nice inside. But like I said, for 2 point something, the finishes are still not high end enough because These are the same finishes that you will find in a $300,000 or $400,000 price range house. As far as the kitchen, nothing special there. It looks nice and clean, but it just doesn't have high-end finishes. It has, standard finishes. So people are rejecting this price for this house. This one here also, it's a big lot. It's a 13,250 square feet lot, but even at 1.649, people are still rejecting the price right now. They started at 1.975 in June of 2019. As you can see here. So we're basically a year later and they still haven't sold at 1.649. It's a smaller house than yours. It's only a 2,179 square feet on a 13,125 square foot lot. So that's not getting any traction. This house here should have been priced also at $2 million, like where it was at one point in time. They've been trying to sell since February of 2018 for 2.465. Then they dropped it to 2.50 in 2019, and then for a moment they dropped it to under $2 million at 1.995, and then they canceled. So now they wanted to start again and try at 2.283 right now here in May, but realistically this house, they should have tried to sell it at the 1.995 probably, because the problem with this house is just the finishes. It's got good bones, it's got a nice curb appeal, but just the finishes are a little bit lower end for the type of house, because this was a rental. So since it was a rental, they have, it's got impact windows and doors, but it has, a less expensive type of flooring. And, standard Formica cabinetry. So whoever's gonna, this one's 448.79 square feet, 7 beds, 6.5 baths. So even if we went and compare that 48.79 square feet, that would be somewhere like this. So that's what they're trying to sell it at, this 2.4. But the reality is that this one had nice high-end finishes. So this one has more of a dramatic feel with the ceiling. It has wood cabinets. It's got more details with crown moldings and stuff. Bigger closet. The pool area is a little bit more, it's not as enclosed, so it feels more tropical, more useful, more appealing, with the covered terraces in the back, and still manages to have the 2-car garage anyways. And this one does have marble floors and impact windows as well. So based on this, let me know where you want to start. But this is more or less what I see from analyzing the comps.